Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Boogie, and we're back. We're going to be doing what we call a Learning Legacy series. So, as a resident Modern player, I can't say that I know a whole lot about the Legacy format. Now, obviously, I've tested a few games, I've talked to some people, I know a little bit now, but I really wanted to kind of go through, learn some decks, kind of talk to you guys about meta, things like that, and just go through, show you how some of these lists work, and try to learn Legacy with you. That way we can go through, we can do some fun stuff, and so that's really the plan here today. So we're starting off with Oops All Spells, and it's called that because we don't run any lands. All lands are gone. So we're using things like Summoner's Pact to get Elvish Spirit Guides, which we can exile from our hand to get a green mana, Simian Spirit Guides, Lotus Petals, Chrome Moxes. We can exile a card from our hand, then they can tap for any color in that mana cost. And so we're basically casting a bunch of free stuff, using Dark Rituals and Cabal Rituals to make even more mana, and the entire idea behind this deck is we need to ramp up to 4 mana, one of which needs to be black, so that we can either cast and activate Undercity Informer, or Volstrad Spy. Now, both of these cards have an ability, they're both creatures, that when they enter the battlefield, target player will reveal cards off the top of their library until they reveal a land, and then put the other cards into the graveyard. So we're going to mill ourselves of our entire library. And so when we do that, we're going to get Narcomoeba triggers, so we're going to bring Narcomoebas back. And then we have what we call Dread Return. So we can flash it back for sacrificing 3 creatures. So we sacrifice 3 Narcomoebas, and we get to choose a target creature card from my graveyard, put it onto the battlefield. And then we choose Thassa's Oracle, which will cause us to win the game based on Devotion to Blue being more than the cards in our library. So that's really the plan. Now, as far as like sideboard and stuff goes, we end up running things like Spoils from the Vault, Lion's Eye Diamond, Goblin Charbelcher, so that we can kind of switch lists to deal with Leyline, or we do have Force of Vigor to try to deal with stuff like that as well. Otherwise, in the main board, couple of additionals, we have Cabal Therapy to try to keep our combo alive, Chancellor of the Annex to slow down other decks and maybe even stop early counter spells, and that's pretty much the list. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to give it a shot. We're going to try to play 5 games, see how it does. Now, in all honesty, I've recorded this once before. My audio was fucked. But last time it went 5-0. The first time I recorded it, being an idiot forgetting to record the audio on my mic, it went 3 out of 5. So we're going to try it again today, see which one prevails, and let's get to the matches. Alright, game 1. Unfortunately, we have lost the die roll, so the die roll is not in our favor. But we're going to go for it anyway. So let's see, taking a look. What do we have? We've got Free Spell into Dark Ritual, into Cabal Ritual. We have a Pact of Negation, Summoner's Pact for another mana. Once upon a time, we can cast that for free. If we hit one of our creatures, we have a turn 1. I say we go for it. Although they are playing blue. Blue is scary because in Legacy, they have a card called Force of Will. So instead of paying 5, they can exile a blue card from their hand and lose life, and counter target spell, which is really unlucky for us. So that's another Lotus Petal. So let's Once Upon a Time and hope we hit a creature. We do hit it. We're going to grab the Spy. We're going to play a Lotus Petal. And we're going to play another Lotus Petal. We're going to Summoner's Pact, because we're going to try to force them to get these counter spells out if they have them. So let's crack for a black and Dark Ritual. We can Cabal Ritual. And I guess we just play the Spy. It resolves, so we're going to target ourselves. The only thing is the opponent gets to see our list now, because we have to reveal. So we mill out our entire library. We're waiting for him to check everything out. Okay, I looked at him. So the nice thing is that we get all 4 of our Narc Amoebas. So we can do some fun things here now. Because if we were to Dread Return right here, he could have the counterspell, we could Pact. He could have another counterspell. And I really don't want that to be the case. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually Cabal Therapy. And get rid of the Spy. We're going to name Force of Will. See if he's got it in hand. Deputy Detention, Canonist, Flicker Wisp. So they're playing a blue-white control-y taxes-y kind of list. Okay. Well, we're just gonna Dread Return on Thassa's Oracle and win the game. So now we go to sideboards. Well, the taxing stuff is kind of hard to deal with. I'm assuming they're gonna have Graveyard Hate. So for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in these Force of Vigors and like a Spoils of the Vault to try to find it, and we're gonna run it back that way. I don't want him to know about the Goblin Charbelcher plan yet, because we can take that in for game 3 if we don't make it here now. But the thing is all we need is the turn 1. If we get the turn 1, it's just over. So, not a way to make any black mana. So we're going to mulligan that. Now we've got mana. 1. That's enough. So we're going to keep this. We're going to put the Chrome Mox on bottom. I guess I probably could have put the Manamorphose on bottom. Okay. Mother of Runes. Okay. We're still safe here. That's another ritual. So let's, once upon a time, we hit the Spy. So we Lotus Petal. Crack for a black. Ritual. Ritual. Spy. Target us. Oh, does he have Fairy? He might have Fairy Macabre, or Macabre, however you want to say it. Oh, nope. And they conceded. So that's the power of the list. Like, we don't even really know what dude was playing yet, because we just got 2 turn 1 wins. I really don't know what to say about that. We just got the power. You know, sometimes the list just gets there, you know. That's also why the Once Upon a Time is there, because it gives us a 5 out of, you know, what, 40 for 53 shot of hitting one of our 8 creatures. Like, it seems like it's good odds. But let's go ahead, see if we can hop in this other game here. Let's do it again. Alright, so this opening hand is bad. I say that because we have like 1 free spell. Nope, sorry, 2 free mana. We've got the Spy, which is good. We've got the Chancellor, which is also good. But like, Cabal Therapy doesn't do us much, and Archimede doesn't do us much. We mulligan. This one we have Thassa's and no free spells. That's also bad. So, okay, this is almost doable. 3 free mana, 4 free mana, Undercity Informer. We keep. We put down Once Upon a Time, we put down Narcomoeba. Now all we need is the ability to actually get black mana. If we can get a black mana source here, we're kind of golden. Well, that's a Spirit Guide. So our opponent's playing fetches. They're not actually fetching yet, though. So that's a Lotus Petal. Well, I guess we go for it. Lotus Petal. Ritual. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. We'll get the Undercity Informer down. Mill ourselves out. So I know there's no reason to believe yet that he has Force of Will. But I feel like I still need to Cabal Therapy for Force of Will, just in case. I guess I could also do it for Fairy to see if he's got Fairy's main board. But I don't think Fairy's a main board card in Legacy. I honestly don't know. Ooh, so he must have had something. But we got the turn 1. No, not the turn 1. Sorry, turn 2. Because we drew the Simian Spirit Guide, then we drew that. Okay. So once again, we're going to bring in the Force Figures. We're going to try it again that way. I think that's going to be a very common board for us. And then game through, we can always bring in the Belcher, because this time I think Leyline will come in. If his fetches say anything about his land base, it'll be a thing. The only way to find out, as they say, is to play it. Sorry, that was the project that I was working on for this, with the fucked up recordings. Alright. He decides if he's on the play, which I'm assuming he will. I can't imagine a world where he would want to give us the possible turn 1 hand. Chooses to go first, so I like the fact that Force of Vigor is here. However, we don't have any other free mana. I think of the mulligan. So this time we've got Force of Vigors. We've got some free mana, but we don't have Answer or black mana. That spoils is just kind of bad there. Simian Spirit Guides. I think we can afford to go to 4. Chromox. Okay, so hold on. That's a ritual. So let's go Pact, Spirit Guide, Spirit Guide. No. There. Keep. So all we need is a way to make black mana. And then we've got this one. Mother of Runes. Okay. That's a Spoils of the Vault. Well, that doesn't help us. Sylvan Library. At the beginning of your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards from your hand. Well, if you do, choose 2 cards in your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life, or put the card on top of your library. Okay. Gets in for 1. So Lotus Petal. Ritual. Simian Spirit Guide. Spy. And there it is. Took us 2 draws. Second draw was enough. And we got there. That's the power of the list right there. We did it. We definitely did it. So it's 2 games. 2 games where we've gone 2-0. I guess we'll see you in the next round. Alright, on to round 3. We do not get to be on the play again, which is unfortunate. But I think we've learned that we don't necessarily need to be on the play. But we'll see what's going on here. We're waiting for D's nuts to decide whether or not they want to play first. Okay, opponent. We're waiting. Alright. No. We don't ever want Dread returned in our starting hand. That's a no. Spirit Guides. Pact. Mox. We don't want Narcomoeba. We'll keep it. And we'll put Narcomoeba on bottom. Because then we can start with this revealed. If we draw any other black card, we can Chromox, pitch that card so we can Undercity Informer. Seems fine. This also tries to prevent them from doing anything on turn 1. Okay, so it's gonna... Yep, so you're gonna get your Lotus Petal. Is that where you're just gonna stay, opponent? Or do you plan on doing a bunch of other stuff now? Because I'm always afraid of Storm. Preordain. Okay. So blue is a thing. Still scared of Force of Will. I guess I should also be afraid of Daze. Daze is normally a card that kind of gets me. So that's a ritual. So we cast the Mox. And we pitch Cabal Ritual. Or exile it. And then we can Summoner's Pact for the Spirit Guide. Exile the Spirit Guide, exile the Simian Spirit Guide, and play the City Informer. So now we mill ourselves. Cool. We get our Narcomoebas. Boom, boom, boom. And he concedes. Alright, so this is game 3, match 2. Or game 2 of match 3. I'm sorry. Can't English sometimes. I think we just continue to do the thing where we bring in the 1 Spoils of the Vault and the 3 Force of Vigors. I don't see a reason for us to have to go Charbelcher yet until I see like a Lane Line or a Grafdigger's Cage, because that hurts. Grafdiggers would really stop us. So we have all the mana. And we have the extra green cards. Because I can get the Wild Canter down. And then 1, 2. Okay. I guess we keep this. And see if we can hit the Spy. Or the Undercity. Polluted Delta. Fetches. What does he grab? What does he grab? Grab a blue source untapped, huh? Hold up the Daze. Oh, no, he's gonna ponder. Pondering's cool. Pondering is big cool. Lotus Petal. So that's Daze. Daze still works there. Wow, okay. So I guess we just go for it. Exile the Spirit Guide, play the Canter. So we could Force a Vigor the Lotus Petal to make him crack it, and then move to our next main and continue. Oh no, that's on... okay. I lied, that's if it's not our turn. Well, I still think we just go for it. Ritual. Ritual. Spy. Mill ourselves. Okay, so this is important. We have a 50-50 shot. We can either name Force of Will, or we can name Fairy. I feel like we have to name Force of Will. So we're gonna cast that. And we'll just see if he even makes us name something here. I feel like it's gotta be Force of Will. It's Flusterstorm. No. Oh, he just punted. But I think this means we're playing against Storm. Oh, but he concedes anyway. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I don't know. We would have gone to game 3. I don't know if he didn't want to play game 3. Maybe I was taking too long on the Moto client and being upset with myself. But that Flusterstorm would have definitely got us. So, I don't know. But since he conceded, we still call it the 3-0 right now. 4-0? Wherever we're at right now. But, on to the next game. We'll see you guys over there. Alright, we back for game 4. Looks like we won the die roll, so we might even be able to cheese this guy out before he gets to play anything. And with this hand, that is a definite no. So this is actually better, because now we have... So we can Mox the Blade, or the Spy. Ritual, okay, cool. Keep this. We put a Mox on bottom. Obviously, we're going to start off with a Once Upon a Time. Chancellor of the Annex. Okay, so they're doing some not so great things either. So we can still Once Upon a Time. It's going to get countered. That's fine. So now we Chrome Mox with Spy. Summoner's Pact. And we still get to do the turn 1. That actually kind of saved us having that Once Upon a Time. So we go into game 2. Literally going to do the same board we've been doing. It seemed to work out for us. And you just don't break the luck, right? If the luck is working in your favor, you continue to use it. So I don't know if this is a mirror or what it is, but it does have me just a tad bit nervous. Not really sure what's going to happen here, but I am sure we are going to find out. So this hand is really good if I had a way to make black mana. Although I think we just keep it. We're going to keep it for the giggles. Lotus Petal, not the mirror. Cracks it. Entomb. Reanimator. Pitches an Iona. Reanimates Iona. So that's a problem. I don't exactly know how we deal with Reanimator. I really just don't. I guess we get rid of the Force of Vigor. Well, that's 7 to the face. Owie. Yeah, and I don't think we have an answer to that. So these Force of Vigors come back out. I think we just do the big bad thing. So hold on, I gotta do this from the beginning. So there's that. Lion's Eye and Charbelchers. Bring out half of this combo. And bring in the Spoils of the Vaults. That way we can still do both things. Okay, but now we gotta make some cuts. So I think Cabal Therapy comes out. I think Once Upon a Time's come out. We can keep one. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, we'll play first. Alright, so we have literally all the mana of this hand. Literally all the mana. I really don't know if it's worth it. I think we mulligan. I really just want an answer. That's a Spoils. We keep this one. We put the Thassa's Oracle on bottom. So let's just start off with a Lion's Eye Diamond. That's a Summoner's Pact, so we're close. We're not quite there yet. We could if we cracked the Lion's Eye, but exile a black card from your hand rather than play the spell's mana cost. Target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, and that player discards that card. Okay. Okay, opponent. What do you choose? Do you just choose the combo piece here? He chooses the Spoils of the Vault, huh? So that's another Lion's Eye Diamond. So So we packed for the green. Ritual. Play it. Cast. We'll do it. Spirit Guide. Canter. Canter for the black. And Dark Ritual. Undercity Informant. Informer. Crack. So we just go for it. Narcomoeba. What do you think, an opponent? He grabs 2 of the Narcomoebas, which means I can't flash back. Yeah. You got us. You got us, opponent. You had the fairy. So we're 3-1. We're not done yet. We're gonna go ahead and try to find one last match and see if we can at least 4 out of 5 this. And we'll see when this match starts. Alright, we back. We're against the same man's, but he claims to be on a different deck. So we'll try it again. This doesn't seem great. This seems oh so much better. We'll keep this, we'll pitch a Mox. Because we got all the mana we need. Chrome Mox. On Undercity Informer. Summoner's Pact. We do the spy things to us. And that's the turn 1. So yeah. Let's do the Force of Vigor, spoil the vault thing. Again, game 3, we can always go back for the Goblin Charbelcher and hope for the best. As we just chill and vibe to the music while we wait. Alright, he gets to be on the play this time. This is ever so bad. That is also not great. But we can pitch that Thassa's Oracle. Seems kind of okay. Okay. Oof. Aether Vial. Taxes? Am I really playing against taxes? Narcomoeba. Okay. Pitch the Narcomoeba. We don't want it. We don't want it in hand. No. Shoddy and Port. Flicker Wisp. What are you bouncing? Bouncing Caracas. Okay. That's the Spy. So we have half the combo. Let's play a Lotus Petal. Now we just need the Force of Vigor. Or even a Spoils of the Vault so we can get it. Wasteland. Okay. Goes into combat. Does a thing. That's a Manamorphose. I would really love to guess that, but I probably can't. Because I don't think I'm going to hit what I need. Phyrexian Revoker. Okay, that's not good. Actually, we don't, because we can hit that too. I think this is fine. But now it has to be Force of Vigor. Okay. Okay, we'll pitch the Force, the Pact of Negation. And when he gives priority to me, we Force of Vigor. Now do we get to go off? No! No, opponent, no! I was so close. Well, it's still not over. I could top deck another Force of Vigor. Well, I guess we just keep letting this man's do the thing. That's a Thalia. Unluckers. Stoneforge Mystic. And he's got the 3 mana to equip it. Oof. Alright. Alright. Force of Vigor out. Where's the Spoils of the Vault? Okay. Lion's Eye Charbelcher in. Spy out. Nope, Spy in. Former out. Spoils in. Once Upon a Time's out. Okay. Risking it for the biscuit here, brothers and sisters. We doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we can get the Belcher down with just these 3, and then we just need another one off the top. Okay. Okay, opponent. I guess we go for it. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Crack for a black. Crack for a black. Oh, not quite. Belcher. 2 turns. 2 turns. 2 mana spells. If I would have known I did my math wrong, I would have kept one of those little spells around. Grafdigger's Cage. That's fine. That's a mana. Okay. That is a free mana. That's a Phyrexian Revoker. He's gonna name Goblin Charbelcher. Big roof. GG's, brother. Yeah, because he names my Belcher. Well, we lost that man's 2 different decks in a row. We went 3 for 5. We went 3 for 5 the first time. We went 5-0 the second time. Sorry, we went 3 and 2 the first time, 5-0 the second time, and then 3 and 2 this time. So, it's hit or miss. What I've learned is Taxes is hard to fight against in Legacy. I also know very clearly that Blue is hard to play against because of like Force of Will and things like that. But I think Oops All Spells is just one of those decks where you either have it or you don't, right? You start off, you go strong on turn 1 or 2, and if you don't, it doesn't last as well into the late game. And that's my synopsis of the deck. You know, I do want to thank you guys all for coming by and watching, and if you did like it, you know, feel free to hit that subscribe button and, you know, notification bell so you guys can see when the next episode comes out. But I'll also be taking suggestions for the next list of Learning Legacy. We're working with about a 380 tick limit that I'm willing to go through. But if you have them, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. But thanks for coming out, and until next time, don't forget to just boogie. Peace out, everybody.